It's autumn here in the north. For some people it can be depressing when the bright summer days are over and we're left with cold darkness and bad weather. But please don't forget about the good things. The leaves are turning beautiful bright colors, like red, orange and yellow. Colder winds let us put on cute and comfy sweaters to stay warm. And don't worry about the rainstorm. It's just the world giving you a perfect excuse to stay in with a hot cup of chocolate or tea. And don't forget to grab your DS and play some Pokémon. Perhaps you'd even like to stay in season and use some autumny Pokémon in your game. Perhaps one of these 10. My personal top list of Pokémon who most perfectly fit the autumn aura. First we have the natural choice for an autumn Pokémon, Sawsbuck, in its spring form. I'm just joking, in its autumn form of course. Representing the leaves turning color, it's worn a beautiful red leaves to match the trees around it. Because Sawsbuck has brown fur with orange details, no matter what form it is, the red leaves complement its colors better than any other forms, at least in my opinion. Autumn is the season when the fruits of summer has been harvested, and the food is suddenly a bit harder to come by for many creatures, unless you know where to look for it. One common food source is nuts, which is represented by none other than Chespin. Its whole evolution line is based on nuts. But Chespin is the cutest of the three, so let's just ignore the other two for now. And if you want your Chespin to look extra autumny, why don't you try to get a shiny one? Its little hoodie is then brown. Although nuts are a good food source, around here that's not what people get excited about. The big deal is mushrooms. They're often considered a delicacy, but please don't eat our mushroom Pokemon. We have Shroomish, Foongus, and Morlul, and my personal favorites, Paras and Parasect. But in their case, the mushrooms are living on their packs, so maybe they're not actually mushrooms? But I guess Parasect is, because the mushroom has taken over its brain, right? Mushroom, Parasite, who cares? They're still orange and really autumnal looking. So they're going to be on the list, which they are. Yay, Parasect. And Paras. I mentioned rainstorms before, and in autumn here it tends to rain a lot. And whenever it rains, snails appear from somewhere, I don't know where, but they're all over. Sliggoo is not only based on a snail, but also requires rain to evolve. Which I used to not know, so I had a level 70 Sliggoo wondering why it would never evolve. I even went out of my way to avoid rainy areas cause I wanted to play in sunshine. But at least I got my slimy dragon in the end, cause Bulbapedia, yeah, I had to look it up. I couldn't even figure it out myself, even though I strongly associate snails with rain. Boy, I'm not the smartest person, am I? It's not only rainier in autumn, it's also darker and colder. You'll definitely want a warm fire type who can keep you warm and light up the darkness for you. Personally, I think Cyndaquil is the perfect Pokemon for it. Unlike Charmander, its flames aren't permanently on, so to speak, which means you can cuddle up with your Cyndaquil without worrying about getting burned or setting things on fire. And when it's dark, it can make its flames appear without having to constantly breathe out flames, like Torchic would have to do. Cyndaquil also looks like a cute sleepy mouse who's ready to hibernate. It's got autumny vibes all over it. Next one is a really personal choice. It's Mareep. I grew up around sheep, and every summer they would get shaved, and then every autumn their wool would have grown back, all fluffy and big. And Fluffy Mareep will lend you its wool so you can wear a comfy sweater in autumn and keep you warm. So thank you, Mareep. When it gets darker outside, we humans like to put on more lights, but we're not the only ones who enjoy lamps in the night. So do bugs. So, taking the place of all the moths I've had to remove from the house in autumn, we have Dustox. Venomoth could have taken its place here, but Dustox shiny makes its green leaf-like wings turn into a brownish, more autumny color, which of course earns it points as an autumn Pokemon. And it's not often Dustox get to shine when Beautifly is the evolution everyone wants. So let's let Dustox have this moment, okay? If you think of autumn animals, chances are an owl is one of the first ones you can think of, at least around here. But although there technically aren't more owls in the autumn, they're easier to spot when the leaves have fallen down. Rowlet is a cutie, but Noctowl is still the owl Pokemon. It has the creepy, yet a bit cozy aura we want for an autumn Pokemon. Second and first place kind of belong together. In second place is Slurpuff, because we need marshmallows for a hot chocolate, and it looks like a marshmallow. And staying in with a warm drink is one of the very best parts of autumn. Slurpuff also represents all the sweets and all the candy we eat. And why exactly do we eat all that candy? Because it's Halloween. So number 1 is Pumpkaboo. There's no doubt that Halloween is a big part of autumn for many people, me included. Pumpkaboo is the perfect representation of Halloween and autumn. I'm sure you don't agree with all of these Pokemon, so let me know which Pokemon you associate with autumn. And if you want to see more Halloweeny Pokemon, there's a video coming for that too. Make sure you're subscribed to my channel if you don't want to miss it. Thanks for watching, everyone!